All right, we are live. This was supposed to start on Instagram, didn't work. So I was like, let's just go on YouTube because I want to put more up here on YouTube anyways. So welcome to my first Lunch and Learn. This is just going to be a fun time for us to hang out, talk about whatever the topic for the day is. Today we're talking about essential oils and just how they actually work. So when I say how they work, I mean science, not the woo woo. Like there's some pretty out there things that people say about oils. And so I don't really buy into a lot of the woo-woo-y side of that. What drew me to essential oils was the science. So that's what we're going to do. I am seeing if anyone is going to come on live, but if not, that's okay. That's just kind of how these things work. So yeah. All right. I know this is like the lamest thing ever to sit here. Okay, so I've got a couple of books that I'm going to be referencing today. Two of them are just really short little like booklets, pamphlets. One of them is called Start the Oily Life. This is probably backwards. I don't know how the camera flips. Anyways, this is just a very short pamphlet. I give this to anyone who is interested in learning about essential oils and serious, or if they've bought their first oils kit through Young Living on my team, they get one of these little booklets. So it's really good because it's just the basics. Like you cannot get any more simpler than what is in this book. The other booklet that's a little bit bigger that I really like for people who buy a starter kit with Young Living is this one called Simply Wellness. And this is put together by Erin Rogers. You can get this one from Oil Supply Store. And it has a lot of really good information. So it just goes a little more in depth, has information about quality of oils, how to use oils, breaks down all of the 12 oils in the Young Living starter kit, and then even goes through some various other products that Young Living has, like Ninja Red, which I have right here. This is my Ninja drink, so I haven't actually made myself lunch yet. We're just going to go with this instead. So that's another one I'm using, Simply Wellness. And then the last one I'm going to be looking at is our Essential Oils Pocket Reference from Life Science Publishing. Technically, this one isn't being published anymore. This is an older guide. There's some things in here that are no longer compliant on the treatment side. So it has recommended for treating different ailments. That's not allowed by the FDA anymore. So you won't hear me publicly talking about, oh, you can fix this problem, like this sickness with this oil. But the introduction of this book is all breaking down just the science behind oils and how they work, and the different chemical components and all of that. So I think all this is fascinating. I hope you guys find it fascinating too. So the first thing I want to talk about is what are essential oils? Okay, so essential oils are the basically essence of a plant. So the plant, they typically will take parts of the plant, whether it's the stem, the leaf, the flower, just varies a lot. You know, I was watching a tour of a tree farm this weekend, and they literally harvest these black spruce trees and then grind them up in like a wood chipper and then distill all of it. It was awesome, like so fascinating. And so that's what they do. They put in these giant distillers, just the same as you would distill alcohol, you can distill essential oil. And the oil rises to the top of the water and they skim that off and clean it up. And that's what we use for essential oil. So there are specific chemical compounds in these oils that come from each plant. And the percentage and concentration of those compounds will vary by the quality of the plant, the time of year that it's harvested, where it's grown, because soil has, different chemistry. So you're not going to necessarily have the exact same chemical profile every time you open a new bottle of oil. However, one of the main reasons I use Young Living essential oils is because they have really strict quality control. I mean, insanely strict that a normal company would probably, like, if you're studying marketing and business, you would look at their practices and go, that doesn't make sense. Because if they distill a batch of oil, they take it to their various labs, so they have it run through multiple labs. And if it doesn't meet the standards of their company, and product, their seed to seal, then they won't make it available for the customers and members to actually purchase it. So that's pretty crazy. So they really have high quality and tested oils. So that's what oils are. They are these plant essences. They are extracted from all different parts of plants and all different kinds of plants. There are some that are cold pressed, like citrus oils, because they're coming out of a peel. So if you've ever peeled an orange and you see that little like spray, that's the essential oil of an orange or lemon or something like that. They're super concentrated, super concentrated. So pure essential oils, which everyone likes to use that term. So let's not just assume because a bottle says pure essential oils that it means anything, but true concentrated, undiluted essential oil. It is super concentrated, and you can find them everywhere. Like they are a standard thing that are used in cosmetics, in foods. And so we're going to talk about how they work and how to use them a little bit more. One of the things that is fascinating about essential oils and chemistry, how they interact with our bodies, is that the molecules, which are made of all these different chemical compounds, they actually can get into our body and they touch every cell of our body. So it's not like certain medicines that you'll take and you'll ingest and then, it'll get to certain parts of your body, but it doesn't like affect every cell of your body. Usually the molecules are too big to actually interact with that. So oils, these compounds actually can get into your body different ways, and they can affect every cell of your body. So how quickly do they work on that? Well, if you are, say, smelling an oil or something, like you just open a bottle and sniff it, within 22 seconds, those molecules will be hitting your brain. It takes about 22 seconds between when you're sniffing something up your nostrils to when those molecules are hitting all parts of your brain. So obviously you're going to smell it as soon as you put it up to your nose, but 22 seconds. Within 2 minutes, it's in your bloodstream. So it's moving through your body, through your bloodstream. And within 20 minutes, it's basically affected every cell in your body. So it's moved through your body. So it's not just a smell thing. A lot of people, think of essential oils and aromatherapy and like, oh, it just smells pretty and it's nice and that's wonderful. But it's more than just things that smell good. There is chemistry here. And I'm not a chemist. I did not go to school and study chemistry. I mean, I took it in high school and I did all right. But there is chemistry between how the compounds in these essential oils actually interact with your body and affect your body. So it's pretty awesome. They can do a lot of things, including support our body's immune systems, support our body's emotional health, help us with breathing, help us with muscle aches and soreness. They can even help us just sleep better. So that is one of the important things, is that they are capable of doing a lot with just a little bit. So you're not having to pound bottles and bottles of oil. And again, I'm referring to Young Living essential oils because I know that they are concentrated. They are high quality. They are pure. They are not adulterated with things like fillers or synthetic fragrances or like cheap oils. This stuff that you buy at the store, let's say like can go to Target, Walmart. I was at TJ Maxx a while back, and they have these huge things of essential oils. But I mean, the amount of actual pure essential oil in that bottle is like that, if there's any at all. It could all be synthetic. It could be just the same as the lavender scent in your laundry detergent or the, scent in your candle. It has nothing to do with the actual plant. It's all been synthesized. So, okay, I'm going to take a drink here. Let's talk about aromatic use. So I already kind of talked about sniffing, how it can get into your body. The nice thing about oils is you don't have to use a ton, and sometimes you just have to open a bottle and smell it. And I'm really dumb because I have oils like over there. So let me go grab those, guys. This is why this is informal. This is not a fancy class. All right. Over here. Ooh. Okay, I'm back. Okay, so I've got 2 bottles of oil here. So this is a blend from your living. This is called Envision. Ooh, Envision. Oh, there we go. So this is a blend. This is multiple different individual oils that have been blended together to produce a certain kind of fragrance. Same as what perfumers do. Sometimes they'll use real essential oils. Sometimes they won't. Just kind of depends. So you can literally just open this bottle up, stick it under your nose and smell it. That is like the easiest way. The first thing when you get a new bottle of oil, you just want to smell it, let it get into your system and see how it makes your body feel. Here's an interesting thing. All of us are slightly different. And so we're going to react to different scents slightly different. So some people are going to be bananas over this like lemon or peppermint, and they're gonna be like, I love peppermint. I just want to smell peppermint all day. It's amazing. It makes me feel great. And other people will be like, peppermint is so gross. I can't stand the smell of it. I don't want it in my house. It's just completely depends on you. Because scent, so we're talking about aromatic, scent can have memories. So the way that your brain interacts with memories is that scent can trigger a memory. You could be not thinking about something at all, and then you smell something, and all of a sudden you remember, you have a memory of your childhood, good or bad, right? Could be good or bad. So you can inhale directly from the bottle. You can use a diffuser. So I'm just going to turn this camera. So I have my diffuser right there. It's not running at this second because I had to come out here. But you can diffuse. So that's where you put water in this diffuser. You put water and you put the oils on top. And so it has a plate that vibrates really fast. And so it basically atomizes the water and the oil together. So it moves into the air, it spreads around the room. So it's just a more subtle way of getting, again, that fragrance, those compounds into the air. You're breathing it in. It's not super concentrated as you're breathing it in. So if you have kids, it's a really good way to get started. Just very safe because, again, you're not like getting drops and drops into your body all at once. You're usually only putting 7 to 10 drops in a diffuser at a time and running it for hours. So it's just getting that little bit. The next thing you can do is you can have diffuser jewelry. So I have some bracelets, not on me, but they basically have little lava stones, and I can just drop some drops on there, and then it kind of, I get a whiff. I get a whiff every time I smell it. You can technically, especially if you're having, sinus issues, a lot of people will just get a hot bowl of water, put a couple drops, and then kind of let the steam. So that's a hot steam versus a cold steam on the diffuser. So those are the aromatic uses. That's how you can just get it in through your nose. Okay. Oh my gosh. Speaking of nose, excuse me. Okay. So the second way that we like to use oils a lot is topical, which that means it's actually going onto your skin. Now, what's great about all the Young Living oils is they're specifically labeled, and they tell you, okay, this blend, I need to dilute 50%. It says 1 drop of oil to 1 drop of carrier oil. So what's a carrier oil? A carrier oil is a non-aromatic oil. So we're talking things like coconut oil, olive oil, avocado oil, jojoba oil, or jojoba, depending on how you say it. Young Living has their own blended oil called V6. And so these are just fatty oils, fat-based oils, because these don't have fat in them. Okay, they're just oils. So you want a fatty oil that is going to help dilute your essential oil. You're going to dilute your essential oil to put it on your skin. Now, some oils are gentle enough you do not need to dilute them, or some of the blends that you're going to get, like Stress Away, Valor, these are just popular blends from Young Living. Those ones already have some carrier oil built in to help the blend all stick together better. So those ones you can sometimes just pop a roller top on and put it on your skin. But we will mix the pure oils with a carrier oil, and we will put it in a roller bottle, or we'll take one of these and put a different kind of top on it that rolls, and we can just roll it on our skin. Or you can mix it with the oil and do like massage. Really nice, good stuff. You can apply it to targeted areas. So there are different parts of your body that are going to affect, different systems better. There's all these points on your feet. Did you know that your feet have all these different cool things that are connected to parts of your body? And so you can rub things on your feet. Also, your largest pores are on the bottom of your feet. So if you want something to absorb into your bloodstream quickly, rub it on the bottom of your feet. So that can help you just get it into your body quicker. You can also, use it on your face. So I have a face oil, call it Glow Serum. It's popular around here. And I use that every night. So I dilute specific oils that are good for skin health, and I rub that on my face every night. So that's really good. You can make a rub that helps open up your breathing airways and just rub it on your chest at night. Things like that. So that's Topical. You can get real creative. And there's a lot of pre-made rollers that Young Living has, both for adults and for children. So they do have an entire line of oils that are specific for children and make sure that they are safely diluted. So we'll talk about that in a minute, about safety. But the last way that we can use essential oils, and this is kind of controversial, is dietary or ingestion. So you can see that I have these two different bottles of oils, and one of them has a colored label with a dark background, and this one has a white label with a colored background. The reason that these two are different is because this is specifically only for aromatic and topical use. This is not an oil that is safe to ingest. This is part of what's called the Vitality line. And the Vitality line is a line of oils that Young Living has labeled specifically that are safe for ingestion. Okay, and the reason that they're safe for ingestion is because these type of oils have already gone through the process of getting what's called GRAS status. So this is a FDA status, and it is generally regarded as safe. So they have to submit paperwork, they have to submit studies. And so, when you go pick up gum, it has peppermint oil in it. When you get peppermint flavored things, especially more naturally flavored things, it's going to have peppermint oil in it. So the idea of ingesting oils is not something specific to Young Living or specific to oily people. Like, we use essential oils in foods all over. If you pick up a bottle of lemon juice or lime juice at the store, you'll see that it says lemon juice concentrate, lemon oil. It has essential oil in it to actually make the lemon flavor more intense. So again, all of these bottles have instructions on how to use them safely. We have lots of different educational materials to make sure that you're using this safely. So what you can do, there are like peppermint. I love to put this just straight into, if I'm making a peppermint mocha, if I'm making peppermint hot chocolate, you just put one tiny drop. That's all you need. It's like super awesome and intense, and it tastes amazing. My friends make peppermint ice cream, and they'll use peppermint oil. There's a whole line of what we call the vitality oils, and you can use them in so many ways. I've used some herbaceous vitality oils to season my chicken soup when I make chicken noodle soup. So I'll put parsley oil and thyme oil into my soup, and then I don't have to worry about having the herbs and having the right amount of herbs. So it's pretty awesome. You can put them into your food. You can put them directly into a little capsule. So, like the clear capsules that vitamins come in. You can get empty ones of those and put drops so that you're putting it straight into your body, but it's not, burning your throat on the way down. It's getting in the right places. There are certain oils that you can drop under your tongue, so sublingual, that has specific uses and applications. You can add drops of lemon or citrus oils to your water, spearmint, peppermint. I'm drinking Ninja right now, so this is a vitamin health supplement that Young Living also produces. So this has lemon, tangerine, orange, a few other things. So there are oils mixed in here and the right thing, so it will incorporate. Now, if you are going to put oils in your water, you want to make sure you're using glass. This is like a Cole Mason jar cup, or stainless steel. So my other big water cup is metal. You don't want to mix essential oils in plastic. The plastic can get mixed in with the oils because they're so strong. So it's just not good. Don't want to do that. So yeah, you can add them to your water, add them to your tea, put them on your tongue. There's just a lot of ways that you can safely ingest oils. Now, again, the reason that Young Living made the Vitality line is so it was very, very clear what oils are safe to ingest, what oils are not, and the instructions on that. I think when I first heard about Young Living and was looking at stuff, the idea of ingesting oils really turned me off. It freaked me out. I thought it was like insane. And then I learned more about GRAS status with the FDA. I learned more about how oils were already put into a lot of the foods that we eat and use and buy at the store every day. And so that helped me to understand how to do it and how to do it safely so that I'm, not going crazy. Okay, a couple other ways that I like to use oils, and this would kind of fall into topically, would be baths. So you can take Epsom salt. We love Epsom salt. It's great for helping you just relax in the bath. You just take a scoop, usually in a spoon or scooper, and then you just add a couple drops to the Epsom salt, let it kind of mix in, and then add that to the bath. You don't want to drop oils directly on the bath water because then it's just going to float on top and it's not going to incorporate into the water. You need to use something that's going to help it incorporate with the water and not just float on top of water, because oil and water don't mix. So we have to make sure that we're using something to incorporate those. Okay, so we've talked about how to use oils, kind of how they work. I'm not going to go into a deep science lesson today because I don't want to overwhelm you guys. But in this guide alone, we have 15 different chemical compounds, and these are like categories. So we have things like, constituent categories. We have things like alkynes, phenols, monoterpenes, sesquiterpenes, alcohols, aldehydes, ketones, carbolic acids, esters, ethers. These are all categories of chemical compounds that are found in essential oils and how they can interact with your body. So we'll go deeper into science another day because I want to make sure that I'm really deeply prepared for that stuff. But I want to mention this because, again, people can get caught up in the oils are the best thing ever. They can fix all your problems. Just believe in them and they'll fix your life. No, they help and they work because of science, because of these chemical compounds interacting with different parts of your body and supporting different parts of your body. One of the first things that we like to talk about with oils is how they can help boost your mood, how they can affect your emotions. Why does that work? Because chemistry, because it's no different than you picking a specific antidepressant or something like that, because the chemistry works right with your brain. So they're chemical compounds that work with your brain. They're just natural, straight from the plant, the way God created them, not synthesized in a lab. So that's why I like to go there first. And so that's just like a really interesting thing. And then because I use Young Living oils, I know the quality and the safety of them because of the Seed to Seal promise. So I will put a link to the Seed to Seal website so you can learn more about that. And I will talk more about that another day. But it is really important to know that the quality of your oils is good, and not just like, oh, it says organic. Like, okay, that's a good start. That is a great start. But like, what does organic mean? Like, there's a lot of gray in organic, and that still doesn't mean that they may be able to still spray the fields. They just can only use certain kinds of spray. And do those get washed off, or do those get distilled with the plant when they're making the oil? Like, how does that pollute the oil, the final product? I don't know. That's why I use these, because I don't want polluted oils. So I am going to wrap this up. We've been live for 25-ish minutes, but we're going to keep doing these every week. I hope you guys enjoy it. I like just hanging out and talking oils. So next time I will give you guys more heads up. And yeah, if you have questions, leave them in the comments, or DM me on Instagram at ohheymelissawhaley. And I'm so happy to answer your questions, and just look forward to helping you guys learn more about oils. All right, I will talk to you guys later. I hope you have a great day.